Hey, what's up, y'all? It's ARENAVINCENT back up in here, exploring life like always. You know what it's time for. 2023 NBA playoffs, round one predictions. My picks for round one. Remember, NBA playoffs officially start today, Saturday, April 15th. April 15th. All right. So remember, though, these are all a best of 7 series. So the first team to win 4 games moves on to round 2. But first, as you know, the play-in tournament has ended. The battle for the 8th seeds for both the Western and Eastern Conference took place yesterday, Friday, April 14th. And your homie ARENAVINCENT did make my picks. And I did have, for the West, I had the Minnesota Timberwolves defeating OKC, the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I got that pick correct. The Timberwolves came out, did what they had to do, took care of OKC, and they moved on, took the 8th seed. So now they're the 8th seed in the West in the playoffs for the Western Conference. So I got that pick right. Next game on the docket, which happened, was the Miami Heat taking on the Chicago Bulls. I got that pick wrong. I had the Bulls taking out the Heat. That did not happen. The Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler did his thing. I forget whoever, they took care of business. So now they are the 8th seed, going to take on the Bucks in the Eastern Conference round 1 playoffs. So I went 1 for 1 on the battle for the 8th seed, or I like to call it phase 2 of the play-in tournament. Overall, I went 3 for 3 in the play-in tournament. I got 3 picks right and 3 picks wrong. So I'm batting 500. I'm batting 500. All right, you know what I mean? 50%, whatever you want to say. But all right, man. So there you go. The play-in tournament is cool. Basically, the Lakers were the 7th seed anyway, but they were in the play-in tournament and they won. So they had to play an extra game just to be in the same seed. The play-in tournament did give life to Chicago and the Raptors. They were both the 9th and 10th seed in the East. So they're gone. So the Miami Heat, they are the 8th seed. So they just went down 1. The Hawks kind of came up. So it's good and bad. The play-in tournament is cool. It does kind of help teams that are like either the 8th seed, kind of, and the 9 and 10 seed. They kind of, have hope to make it to the first round of the playoffs. But it's give or take, man. Some people like it, some people don't. But, I think it's going to stick around because supposedly it gives 2 more teams an extra, scratch at it to get into the playoffs. But anyway, man, so overall, I went 3 for 3 in total of the play-in tournament, all right? So, all right, let's get started. NBA National Basketball Association playoffs 2023 for the 2022-2023 season. That's how we can get it, man. Round 1 playoffs. Let's go ahead into the Western Conference, man. First game that I see is the Denver Nuggets taking on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Guess what, man? I have nothing against Jokic. I have nothing against Denver. I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm going to take the Minnesota Timberwolves to shock the world and defeat the Denver Nuggets. It might be done in 7. It might be done in 6. But I'm taking the total underdog upset here. We'll see what happens. Some people say the Timberwolves are not like cool, cohesive because of Rudy Gobert punched his teammate in the stomach or in the fucking chest or whatever. I get all that, but they're gonna do what they gotta do. Hopefully they put all that bullshit behind them and see what they do. See if they can surprise Denver. Of course, I know Jokic and with Jamal Murray, the two players on the Nuggets team. If they go off, they go off. We'll see what the Timberwolves can do. But hey, Rudy Gobert, let's see if Rudy Gobert can cancel out Jokic, all right? So I'm taking the Timberwolves over the Nuggets. Let's see what happens. Next on the docket, man, this series, man, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the punk-ass Clippers. As you know, I can't stand the Clippers. I'm a Lakers fan, a Raptors fan, and a Washington Wizards fan because of Jordan. Because those are the teams I root for, so those are the teams I'll be biased for. I can't stand the Clippers, man. I'm glad they're moving out of Staples Center. Their ass should have stayed in San Diego anyway. But I can't really stand the Suns either, man, because, they got Kevin Durant and the whole fucking world when that trade happened. I get it. outside looking in, just on paper, fucking superstar team. Booker, I think they still got who else do they got? Booker, and Chris Paul, and Kevin Durant. Oh shit! But I'm gonna go ahead and take. I can't stand any of these teams, man. Fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and take the Clippers, the Los Angeles Clippers, with Kawhi Leonard. Thank you, Kawhi, for helping my Raptors win a title. So I'm gonna give you this one. I'm taking the Clippers. Paul George will come back eventually to defeat and upset the Phoenix Suns, shock the whole basketball world, and move on to round 2. All right. And next game on the docket is the Kings versus the Golden State Warriors. Nah. Like I said, I'm a Lakers fan, so I can't stand the Kings. Except when Vince Carter played on him. Shout out to Vince Carter. But I can't stand the Kings. DeAndre Fox, whatever, man. I don't believe the hype. All these motherfuckers jumping on the Sacramento Kings bandwagon. Get the fuck out of here, man. They play good offense. They're explosive, but usually they don't play defense. So motherfuckers can score. And, in the playoffs, a little bit different. I think the Golden State Warriors, I know they have a terrible on-the-road schedule, but this is the fucking playoffs. Throw that shit out. You can use it as a measuring stick to a point, but the playoffs is all different, man. Different defenses played harder. Stuff is done differently, I think, in the playoffs. So I'm taking the Golden State Warriors to continue to defend their title, because they are the champions. I'm taking the Golden State Warriors over the punk Sacramento Kings, and that's what I'm picking, man. I think experience will, go off those youngsters' heads. I don't really like DeAndre Fox anyway. I just don't care for him. I think because I was a Lonzo Ball guy, that's why I remember that whole thing. They kind of had a feud though. But whatever, man. Do your thing. You got skills. I ain't gonna hate on the skills, but if I just don't like you, I just don't like it. All right. So I'm taking Golden State Warriors over the Kings. Next game is the Lakers taking on the Grizzlies. Man, you already know who I'm taking. The Los Angeles motherfucking Lakers. All the way. I remember all these motherfucking naysayers and haters were saying, I'll be surprised the Lakers even make the playoffs. LeBron is old. AD gets hurt. AD does get hurt too damn much. But when he's healthy or somewhat healthy, he's been putting in the work. And like I said, AD needs to score these 30 to 35 points a game to help LeBron, because they kind of basically going to switch roles now. LeBron's going to be the backseat guy or the Robin, and AD's going to be the Batman when it goes by point-wise. But either or, man, if LeBron shows out, and then his teammates, the role players, the people off the bench need to help out. And I think the Lakers are going to get it done. I know Ja Morant and all the crazy Grizzlies are going to do their thing and run up and down the court. But I don't give a shit, man. I'm taking the Lakers to defeat the Grizzlies and move on to round 2. So there you go, man. The picks in the West. T-Wolves, Clippers, Golden State Warriors, and Lakers. All moving to round 2. Let's go to the East. Man, it's the Milwaukee Bucks taking on the Miami Heat. Your homie ARENAVINCENT I'm not worried about the Heat, but I remember the Heat eliminated the Bucks 2 years ago. And they eliminated the Bucks in the stupid bubble championship. So some people talk shit about that, saying that shit doesn't count. It counts, motherfucker. Because if your team would have won that bubble championship, you would have a fucking banner up there too. I get it. Everybody's talking shit on the Lakers, saying they didn't really win a real championship. I don't give a fuck. It still counted. That league believed it counted, so it counts. I hate when motherfuckers be flip-flopping on shit like that. Everybody played the same amount of games. Everybody had, they tried to make it as equal as possible. So sorry. All right. But the Bucks did exercise their demons the next year, eliminated the Heat. I'm going to take the Milwaukee Bucks to eliminate the Miami Heat. But, Eric Spoelstra is a good coach, so we'll see what happens. Maybe the Heat gets 1 or 2 games out of it, but we'll see. I still think the Bucks are going to dominate them. Let's go Bucks. Taking the Bucks over the Heat. Next game on the docket I see is the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the New York Knicks. Man, I'm taking the New York Knicks, man. I'm taking the Knicks over the Cavaliers. Let's see if they can get it done. Let's see if they get out of the first fucking round. And let's see if the New York Knicks can get it to the second round, period. That's all I'm saying, man. Shout out to one of my friends, man. He's a Knicks fan. At least your Knicks made it to the playoffs. So let's see what they can do. Let's see who steps up. It's the playoffs, baby. So I know they got Donovan Mitchell over there in the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I think the New York Knicks can get it done. So I'm taking the Knicks. Next game on the docket or series is the 76ers taking on the Brooklyn Nets. I know everybody says this is not the same Brooklyn Nets. I know they say Kyrie and Kevin Durant helped the Brooklyn Nets maintain that winning until they both split or they both got traded or whatever. But I'm still going to take the Brooklyn Nets over the 76ers, man. It's an upset pick. I know everybody's going to be like, you fucking crazy, you stupid. But I just I don't care for Doc Rivers. I don't care. The only reason why I don't care for him for the most part, I think he cries a lot. I think he was the one who cried about the whole playoff format, saying, it's not fair if a team wins their division, but they still play against a harder team or some shit. I don't know. I think he was one of the people that was a catalyst of the way they changed everything in the playoff format or whatever. And then I don't like him because he was the coach of Boston when it beat my Lakers, man. He took Kobe's fucking 6th ring away. So I don't really care for Doc Rivers. And Embiid, I don't know, man. Embiid's whatever. Harden was on my team, cool. If Embiid was on my team, whatever, man. But I just don't care for them, man. I just don't care for them. So I'm done. They're good players, but nah, man. I'm taking the Brooklyn Nets with the upset over the 76ers. And then last but not least, it's the punk Celtics taking on the Atlanta Hawks. I ain't a Celtics fan at all. So fuck them. I'm taking the Atlanta Hawks with the upset. I know most of these picks might be wrong. They're far-fetched. I'm going for the underdog, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm taking the Atlanta Hawks over the Boston Celtics, shocking the world because, remember early in the season, the Boston Celtics, no one's going to stop them, not even the Bucks. Who's going to stop them? Look at that. They be falling apart, kind of. Not falling apart, but they didn't hold on to the first seed. The Milwaukee Bucks did what they had to do. And I ain't saying that. I know the Celtics are good when they're hitting all the switches, when everybody's going good, So I ain't saying nothing about it. I ain't diminishing the skills. I just don't like the Celtics. I'm a Lakers fan, so F them. So I'm taking the Hawks with the upset. Let's see if Trae Young can shock the world. Trae Young and company, it is a team sport. But let's see what happens. If not, maybe the Hawks get slapped around, but whatever, man. I'm taking the Atlanta Hawks. Shout out to the homie Joseph. Taking his team over the Celtics. All right, so the Eastern Conference taking the Bucks, New York Knicks, Brooklyn Nets, and Atlanta Hawks all to move to the second round. All right, man. So there you go. Once again, I am taking, all together now, I'm taking the Timberwolves, the Los Angeles Clippers, the Golden State Warriors, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Milwaukee Bucks, the New York Knicks, the Brooklyn Nets, and the Atlanta Hawks, all to move on to the second round. You know what to do. Give me that like, give me that share. Drop it in the comment. If you agree, you disagree, you got something to say, that's what the comment box is for, man. And, as always, thank you for exploring the arena we call life. Your homie, Arena Vincent. Vincent 365 production. Novello. You know what to do. Give me that like, give that share. Also, check in the link. Hit the link in the description to my podcast. I usually drop one episode a month, usually towards the end of the month. So, link in the description right there. And then also all my social medias are down there as well. So, let me know, man. Those are my picks for the 2023 NBA playoffs, round 1. Who I got? One more time, Timberwolves, Clippers, Golden State Warriors, Lakers, Bucks, Knicks, Nets, and Hawks. Going to the second round, baby. Peace.